And now, shall I remove my face for you, dear fans, so you may see the truth concealed beyond the sponsored curtain of my brand. And please remember to subscribe and like. Is this the way that dearest Glenn once felt? When all of Paris learns her deadly schemes, she leaves the opera with that little trip. The life one lives to earn that little trip. Sweet Bonnie Glenn. Her mantle's dusted shelf, lamenting ghosts of Oscars rightly earned. For those who could not dominate her chose withholding goods like false Petruchios. May our collective howls compel the gods to melt them down to wax for us to waste. But lo, exhaling chasms, silent mocks confirmed the gods were tired or fucked right off, indifferent to injustice towards our Glenn. She should have won, and now she'll die without that honor which she's owed. What lessons learned except that honest work's rewards a lie, infecting us with listless modesty? That's what they want, you know, for us to cave. I now remind again to please like, subscribe, and give unto my Patreon. $5 a month unlocks a bonus video that drops exclusively each Thursday morn. So now we spoke of gods and spoke of Glenn. It's time I share the whispers of my soul. I prayed upon the silent gods to name my purpose on this earth, to which they balked. And so I turned to you, my loves, who deemed that like our Glenn, an actress born to act, go I, an influencer, who influes. And 60,000 followers, can't lie. So for your love, I give you sponsored ads. Like Squarespace, offer code is fan of Glenn. That's Squarespace, a better space to square. Now, as I said, I found my little niche that gives me swag and travel benefits so long as I maintain this fleeting brand. My brand, of course, is me, and I'm my brand, but this hand feeds, and this hand wipes. And still, I cannot find the quiet space between the chaos and the shtick. For there resides primordial me, as undetectable as God, asleep and unawares of what I've built to keep me tucked away from this. But safety never saved a restless soul. So now's as good a time as all to share that I will doff my hat of influence and pray upon the altar of my Glenn. I am now an influencer roused to act. It worked for Tavi Givenson, and no one questions her talent anymore. I'm talking stage and screen and overalls with preference towards a streaming deal. I know not what a Quibi doth pretend, but should it ferry me to Providence, I'll whip that Quibi till that Quibi cries. They're not a sponsor, but they might someday. I dream not on 100 patient eyes, but billions of wretched souls, awaiting death and seeking sweet relief without the inconclusive quest of thought, especially the thoughts that oft remind that yes, the devil walks the streets undressed, but too he lurks within our anxious minds, awaiting patiently to cancel us. Unless, of course, we do the canceling. Am I the villain of my narrative? And what it were, would that not grant me peace? 'Twas Sondheim said 3 great eternal truths, that content dictates form, and 2 more. And should my form be villainy, that makes my means more easy to digest, methinks. Ah, shit. I fear what I've become. The social media Machiavel revealed, as none but one of many in a line, unseen to all except the few who rise and benefit from what we made for them. A race that none can ever win for long. Well, say I spurn this influence of mine and end this vlog and cast this life aside. What other pleasures can the world afford? I'll move back to Wisconsin and drink milk that's whole and marry someone into sport, and start an Etsy while I raise the kids, who love me, I suppose, so long as they're fed. Or I'll bring in $40K a year to answer phones and administrate, and everything is hunky-dory till my partner learns they cannot dominate me through an income gap. And so we hire a lawyer, but Wisconsin doesn't have a Laura Dern, and let me tell you now, if winning the divorce makes me the bitch because I'm smarter than my genius spouse, know you how many geniuses I've fucked? Then honestly, tattoo the mark of Cain upon my face. I lack an obligation to play in fairness with these patriarchs. Ugh, miserable thought that I'll be satisfied to end ambition's siren song towards death. My satisfaction did abandon me. Or rather, did I find it wanting? I never met a competition where I couldn't wipe the floor with other kids. Ambrosial victory never cooled my lips, but loss would fuck me up for days. My hands would shake, and thirst for more success uneased me further into loneliness, while others tried to buoy failed attempts. Wisconsin's favorite state is apathy. As if they heard the myth of Icarus, concluding that the hero was his dad. Am I then deserving of their likes? Or just an avatar for goop-like brands? Oh, monstrous fault to harbor silly thoughts. Then, since this earth affords no joy to me, but to dominate and influence, I'll influence my way to Hollywood. And until my death, I'll make that town my bitch. I'll hashtag book and bless my way to fame. And still I know not how to book and bless. For many gates are kept by old white men who, like a thorny thicket, thick with dicks that prick and poke about my follow count or whether nudity is doable, beheading one sprouts 30 more who say, well, sweetheart, isn't this the life you want? And so it is. And so I'll kill them all, exacting that which they won't freely give. They'll greet me as some liberating gal who toes the line to keep my sponsorships, because conservatives will like you too. A lie I'll tell to Trojan horse myself and grant them sweet relief they so desire. Their deaths will warm the cockles of my heart. We'll soon escape this world of wanting men. I'll act for you, and then I'll kill for Glenn.